Welcome to Your Brain in the News, a monthly digest of news that can improve mind, brain, body health. This is Volume 1, Number 2, for February of 2023. In this issue, for former football players, concussion and hypertension go hand in hand. Second story, putting the brakes on risky behaviors. Number 3, promising treatment for Alzheimer's disease. And the bonus video, drugs and the brain. Number 1, for former football players, concussion and hypertension go hand in hand. From Harvard University. The chance a former football player will be diagnosed with hypertension when he retires rises in step with the number of concussions he experiences during his career. High blood pressure may be another driver of cognitive decline in conjunction with repeated TBI, traumatic brain injury, for football players. However, controlling blood pressure could help slow both cardiovascular and cognitive decline. The results held true even after researchers took into account established factors known to drive the risk for high blood pressure or hypertension, including age, body mass index, race, smoking status, and a diagnosis of diabetes. The study, published February 7th in Circulation, suggests that high blood pressure may be yet another driver of cognitive decline, a condition strongly linked with professional football play in previous studies and believed to stem primarily from repeated head injury. Number 2, putting the brake on risky behaviors. And this is from the Medical University of South Carolina. Researchers have discovered a brain circuit that inhibits motivated behaviors. They report in Nature Communications that the circuit is located in a region of the brain called the thalamus. When active, it can prevent reward-seeking behavior in a preclinical model. In the same model, blocking or inhibiting the circuit leads to reward-seeking even in high-risk contexts. Importantly, administering opioids causes immediate and significant disruption of the circuit, resulting in even riskier behaviors. Behavior can be thought of as a car moving through an intersection after stopping at a traffic light. For the car to move forward, the brake must be released and the gas pedal must be pressed. In the past, addiction research has largely focused on the gas pedal, identifying brain regions and circuits that promote reward-seeking behavior in hazardous contexts. However, this approach fails to address a major component of addiction, the inability to stop risky behavior from happening in the first place. Researchers at USC recognize the importance of identifying these behavior-breaking circuits and wanted to know why they were faulty in addiction. The findings from this study address an understudied area of addiction research and emphasize a new perspective for studying and treating addiction. Promising treatment for Alzheimer's disease from Bar Ilan University. Using theranostics to pinpoint and treat the earliest preclinical symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, researchers say their new method shows promise in stopping the progression of Alzheimer's pathologies before the onset of irreversible neural damage. To date, most drugs developed to treat Alzheimer's disease have failed, largely because they target wrong biomarkers in individuals already exhibiting signs of the disease. Once symptoms appear, however, many brain cells responsible for memory and cognition are likely already damaged and beyond repair. Professor Shai Ramanpour in the chemistry department at Bar Ilan University in Israel has pioneered a different approach utilizing theranostics to pinpoint and treat the earliest pre-symptomatic signs of Alzheimer's disease, showing promise in stopping progression of the disease before onset of irreversible brain cell damage. Ramanpour's groundbreaking approach has garnered significant attention in the scientific world. Now, all three of these stories you can read the full story. Check the links in the description below this YouTube video, and there you will find the full reports for each of these stories from their respective sources. And now a bonus video, Your Brain and Addiction.
Say the word addiction, and drugs such as alcohol, heroin, and cocaine often come to mind. But other substances like nicotine, marijuana, and prescription pain medications can also be addictive. So can certain activities such as gambling and sex. Whatever the case, addiction involves craving and a loss of control, with the substance use or activity continuing even if it causes harm. This can include problems with relationships, jobs, school, money, or your health. Addiction is not due to weakness or a lack of willpower. Instead, it's a chronic disease involving changes in the brain. There, billions of nerve cells, or neurons, communicate through a series of signals and chemical messengers. When messages leave one neuron, they attach to a receptor on the receiving one, like a key fitting into a lock. In addiction, this communication process is disrupted. Large amounts of a brain chemical called dopamine are released, overwhelming receptors and resulting in the high that people experience. To keep that feeling going, they take the drug or engage in the behavior again and again. Eventually, the brain changes and adapts, driving them to seek out more just to get the same feeling. That's called tolerance. Stopping a substance can cause withdrawal symptoms such as nausea, tremors, depression, or severe anxiety. Taking too much of a substance or a combination of substances can result in an overdose and serious illness, or even death. Young people are especially vulnerable to addiction. The impulse control center of their brains, known as the prefrontal cortex, isn't fully developed, making them more prone to risky behavior. And using substances can cause lasting harm to their developing brains. If you think your child might be experimenting with substances, talk to them about it. Parents can help by taking a strong stand against substance use and teaching their kids healthier ways to deal with life's stresses. Like any other disease, such as diabetes or asthma, addiction can be successfully treated. So if you or someone you know has a problem with addiction, talk to your doctor, a mental health professional, or an addiction specialist. Getting help may save a life.
Well, let's learn more about your brain. Worried about your memory? Click the link in the description below this YouTube video and start reading for free. Or go to www.healingthebrainbooks.com. Or learn more about your brain and how drugs hijack our brains. Click the link in the description below this YouTube video and start reading for free. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons to give us your support, or share the original email with a friend or a colleague. Be well, be kind.